dad's job. We lived in Italy for 3 years when I was younger, so I speak Italian almost fluently. It's been a while, so I've lost some of it. Recently, I started dating a girl. She's great and I love her so much. I met her family a few nights ago for dinner. She warned me that the male side of her family is very big into being macho, into testing the boys the women date, and are very big on taking pride in their Italian ancestry. I think besides the grandfather, however, they were almost all born in Bergen County, New Jersey, but whatever. It's nice to take pride in one's heritage. Long story short, at dinner they kept making jokes at my expense. I honestly would not call it bullying, just things about my height, beard, shaved head. They tried making fun of my IT job too, but it stopped once I told them my income. I got a pop-up ad. It was overall not a bad experience, but a not so pleasant one. Her older brother kept pushing things, giving me exceptional amounts of S for playing lacrosse in high school. Apparently it's a sport for prissy rich kids and not manly like football or baseball. He ended his rant by saying, "Hey, we're just a big Italian family. We're loud and tell it how we see it, ha ha ha." And all the family except my girlfriend left. So I, for the next minute, responded to everything they said in Italian. My girlfriend buried her head in shame. The grandfather laughed and everyone else kept looking at each other confused before telling me they didn't speak Italian. I replied, "Then don't use your Italian heritage as an excuse to behave poorly when you can't even speak the language." They got mad, but the grandfather told them all I was right and to be quiet. My girlfriend isn't mad, just ashamed. I think the grandfather likes me, but word from my girlfriend's sister is that all the men are furious, think I am a smart A, and that I disrespected them and their masculinity in an unforgivable way. So, AITA. And then he added, "There may have been some confusion as to my girlfriend's reaction. She was ashamed her family dug so deep into me, not about my response. After wanting to die for the next 48 hours, she agreed I did the right thing and that it was funny." Okay. So, his girlfriend is on the same page with him, but the men in her family are not happy with him. He disrespected them, they think. Alright, so is he the a-hole? Let me take some water. No. I would say definitely not. I mean, if they were treating him badly, he had every right to say what he did. You know, he didn't say anything insanely awful. You know, he didn't call them any names. I honestly thought that this story was going to go differently. I thought that they were going to talk about him in Italian and say bad things, and then he was going to be like answering them in Italian, and they would be shocked that he understood what they were saying. That is what I expected. But no, they don't speak any Italian. Okay, so I think it's okay. I don't think he, like I said, I don't think he did anything wrong. They deserved it. They really did. flustered, we both hung up the phone before we both said things we shouldn't have. Am I the A here? I could have just taken down the video. That's a doozy. Alright. I am shocked with these parents. I mean, I was surprised that they didn't go to his graduation because the sister had a bad day or whatever they said. I mean, that's nuts. If they are not trying to save her life, then they can't be missing things like that. You know what I mean? She's having a bad day. And the wedding is worse than the graduation. Like he said, a wedding is hopefully a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So I guess they had nothing to do with planning the wedding, you know? They probably didn't pay a dime for it and had nothing to do with it. But still, how do they say they're gonna have to skip it because the sister's dog is sick? I mean, I know sick dogs are a serious thing. I'm not belittling that. But that is not a reason for them to skip their son's wedding. They are absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that this video went up about them, it put them to shame because they really did something shameful. So, I mean, he could have taken it down to reduce, all the drama. He probably should have just taken it down. Just be the bigger person, whatever. He didn't make it. He didn't know it was sitting there for so long, but whatever. I think that what they did is bad enough that they just should have to deal with the consequences of being embarrassed by it. I mean, it's a first world problem for sure, but come on. How can you do this to your son? It's so wrong. Okay. Next. They embarrassed a lunch thief at work. I don't think I am the A, but I've been getting some flack for it, so I really want to clear this up. I started a new job recently. I work in a small studio. There are several others in the building. Think open plan office with sections assigned to each studio. The person I had an altercation with doesn't work for my studio, just FYI. I eat lunch at 1-ish and most people eat at 12. I came down early to eat at 12. I made coffee and while at the counter noticed my Tupperware in the sink empty. Oh boy. Imagine my surprise when I turned around and saw a man I didn't know sitting down at the table with my food on his plate. He had just stuck it in the microwave. Acting rashly since I was mad, I sat down next to him and said, "Hey, that looks good. Mind if I try it?" Then before waiting for an answer, I yanked the plate away from him and snatched his fork out of his hand. He just blinked in shock, as did the other people there as I started eating. He then quite loudly asked what I thought I was doing. And I replied, this was actually much better when I first cooked it. It probably lost some flavor in the fridge." He caught on quickly that it was my food and went a little red. I then asked him where he got the gall to steal someone else's lunch and then ask them what they were doing when they took it back. He stuttered out some nonsense about not knowing it was mine, and I replied, "Well, you knew it wasn't yours, right?" He mumbled something like an apology, and I said it was nice he'd warmed it up for me at least. And then he just got up and left, and the people there just stared in silence. Two of the silent watchers made she tried to make remarks and compare me to her. She then tried to get on my good side and started overly praising everything I do, and sometimes even copying me. Like that one time when she literally dyed her hair purple, just like mine. And when everyone pointed out how ridiculous she looked, she actually blamed me and accused me of trying to make a joke out of her. My husband and I took 2 weeks off work to go visit some places out of the country. Tourism, in other words. I was the one who saved up for and arranged for the trip. My husband was responsible for booking the tickets. My husband's mom wanted to come along and threw temper tantrums when I said no. She called, texted, sent people to talk to me into letting her come, even threatened to call the police and make some complaint up to get us to stay if she can't come. Oh boy. My husband said we should just take her, but I told him he was wrong to tell her about the trip in the first place. He gave me an ultimatum and said he wouldn't go if she can't come, and I told him I'd gladly call his bluff, which made him take his words back and say, fine, I will tell her to stop it because we won't take her. Things got quieter, suspiciously quieter. The day of the trip came and we got to the airport at 2 p.m. My husband was walking ahead of me and was looking left and right like he was looking for someone. I asked him, but he didn't respond. He led me to the waiting area, and first thing I saw was his mom standing there with her luggage. I froze in my spot. I felt a cold wave rushing over me, and I was fuming inside. She and my husband were hugging. That's when I quietly turned around and started walking towards the exit. My husband followed me while shouting at me to stop. He tried to stop me, but I told him off the harshest way possible. He tried to say I was overreacting and that his mom was there anyway and I should just let it go and not mess the trip up for us. I told him he and his mom could still go and that I was going home. I went home and sobbed into my dog's fur for several minutes. Turned out he booked her a ticket without me knowing. An hour later he came home yelling and raging about how pathetic and spiteful I was to walk out and go home and ruin the trip last minute. I told him he caused this to happen. He said that I was being so hard on his mom, it's ridiculous. I refused to fight anymore, but he kept on berating me, then called my family to tell them that the trip was canceled and that it was because of me. My family said that I shouldn't have ruined it for myself and should have sucked it up and done my best to enjoy. You guys, this is ridiculous. Oh, then she says, did I really overreact? No. No, you didn't. All I can say is it's a good thing they don't have kids. I don't think they have kids because they didn't say anything about kids. This is a doomed relationship. Did she say how long they've been together? No. I mean, come on. The mother is acting like a child. Like she wanted to go and they told her no, or at least the wife told her no. No, you can't come with us. And that should have been where it ended. But the mother was throwing so much of a temper tantrum that the husband went ahead and booked her secretly on the trip. What was he thinking? And then when she gets to the airport, that's when she realizes the mother is coming. Why would any husband do that? Why? Tell me. It is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. this. The fight continued at home, and he defended himself by saying that I sort of made him resort to doing this after I kept brushing off his thoughts and input and refusing to accommodate his family. But there were plenty of meat options. Why can't I get 4 to 5 vegan options when I'm paying for it? He yelled that it was his wedding too, not my family's. My family said it was fine and they'll figure it out, and told me to let it go, but I refused. AITA for putting my foot down on this. Now she has some updates, but let's just respond to it the way it is, because I don't want to read, there's like 10 minutes of updates here. Okay, so, is she the a-hole? No. Are you kidding? Isn't it something that somebody would even have to go on Reddit and ask a question about something so obvious? I mean, she and her family are paying for it. So what business is it of the husband's family to make a fuss? It's not as if they said, we're not going to have any meat. No. There are the regular meat options, but then they are offering 4 to 5 vegan options. Okay, I mean, that is generally a lot of options for vegans, but who said that you can't have a lot when you're paying for it and you're a vegan and your family are vegans? You know, like generally you go to a wedding and maybe there's one vegan option or one vegetarian option on the list. But it doesn't have to be that way. You know, what's the difference? Seriously, why does it matter? So they have the choices that they want, and the vegans have good options as well. It's totally ridiculous. And then for the husband, boyfriend, whatever, he's a fiance, for him to go behind her back and just cancel the vegan food and say they're just gonna offer salad. And he thinks, oh, well, what do vegans eat anyway? I mean, is he not marrying a vegan? Does he not know that they don't just eat salad? So stupid. Get out now. You're not married yet. Get out. Don't marry him. It's not gonna go well. There's gonna be problems. That's all I could say. I mean, if you cannot agree on something that is so clearly not a problem, then imagine when real problems come. Okay, next. Their artist hid their initials in their tattoo. Okay. This is a short one. Oh, I'm glad. That's what it says. Names changed for privacy. I went to a tattoo shop in my area with a photo of the tattoo I wanted. It was one my dad had gotten to honor my past grandfather, whose father also had it. But the point is, it was important to me that the tattoo looked exactly as it did in the photo. I get to the shop, I explain everything, I pay, I get the tattoo, and we're done. I think it looks awesome. Everything is great. Until a few weeks later, when I show my great-grandmother the tattoo, she's static. Not ecstatic, but just static. Grabs my arm to look at and compliment it, then asks, "Who's AJ?" I ask her what she means, and she points out on the tattoo where the initials A and J, or maybe T, were hidden into the tattoo. I'm instantly monster she knows is Cookie Monster. But apparently, now my niece walks around the house saying El Chupacabra all day. And now my sister and brother-in-law are mad at me for teaching her this, but in my opinion, it's kind of adorable and also harmless. But like, she's my sister's kid, so IDK. I don't know either. So every time her mother says, "You know what really gets my goat?" the 4-year-old responds with El Chupacabra, or that was the plan. But now she just walks around saying it all the time. Alright, well, I mean, it started out as a joke, it sounds like. And now the girl won't stop saying it, but I don't know. Is it really a big deal? I mean, she didn't plan on it. She didn't plan for her niece to walk around saying it all day. I mean, I guess she should apologize. I don't think she's a full-fledged a-hole, but she should apologize. And maybe talk to the little girl and say, can you say that a little bit less? I really shouldn't have told you to say that. Something like that. Alright, one more. Childless couple made a pregnancy jar. My husband and I have been married for 6 years. Still don't have kids. We want them, but it's still not happening. Friends and family are causing us constant stress about having a baby soon, but it's obviously something we can't control. We only wished that they'd stop, but to no avail. So what I did was come up with an idea. Stupid, I know. And that is to have an empty jar and call it a pregnancy jar. I carry it with me in my bag whenever I'm with friends and family, and every time someone asks me about when my husband and I are going to have a baby, I pull my jar out and ask them to drop $1 in there for asking. I get puzzled looks, but they reach out for their pockets, wallets, purses, and pull out $1 and put it inside the jar. It actually worked because most of them stopped asking after 4 months. Last week we had dinner at my parents' house. she's been trying. And she wants to have kids, so what good is it to keep asking her? I mean, is she not making that clear? Just not like she has to tell everyone her business, but I'm just saying, like, her brother doesn't know that she wants to have kids but can't get pregnant. Like, why is he asking her? And that people are worried for them. Well, you can be worried. I'm sure they're worried as well. They're the ones who are trying to have kids and it's not working. So you're worried, so you keep asking me. How is that going to help? So that piece of it is wrong. These people need to stop asking. Like, you don't ask people that. Certainly when they've been married for, did you say 6 years? They've been married for 6 years. Why is it your business to ask them when they're going to have kids? But should you whip out a jar and demand $1? No, not really. I mean, those jars, like swear jars, are for kids, and you tell them ahead of time, if you swear, you gotta put $1 in the jar. Or it could be for adults even, but they know ahead of time. This is a situation where a jar is a joke, and yet you're demanding people give you $1. And whatever, she said most people just, give it to her anyway, and then they don't ask again. But it is definitely weird. So, still though, I don't know why the brother is making that big of an issue of it. Like, how is he that embarrassed? It's just super weird. Like, I'm trying to imagine if this were me, if I was stupid enough to say to somebody who'd been married for 6 years, when are you gonna have kids? And then they pulled out a jar and be like, okay, you gotta give me $1. I would probably think about it and be like, yeah, you know what, I probably shouldn't have asked that. Let me just give her the $1. That's my penalty for asking a stupid question. But if I was really against it, and I really needed that $1, then I would just say, look, I'm sorry I said it, but I am not giving you $1. That is ridiculous. Something like that. But whatever. I mean, I think it's weird. I think it is childish. But I don't know why everyone is so angry with her about it. So, that is going to be it for this video. Let me take another sip of water. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found it to be relaxing. I look forward to seeing